It's 2013. You might be trying to lose weight, but if you're like me, you might be finding it a little bit difficult. Your problem might be that you're just eating the wrong foods. Well, today we're joined by Craig Fear. He's a certified nutritional therapy practitioner with Pioneer Valley Nutritional Therapy, and he just might have the answers. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Good to be here.
Happy 2013. A lot of people, you know, it's the new year. They're trying to eat well. Maybe they've decided to go on a diet. But why is it, Craig, that most diets fail us?
Well, the biggest reason is that most diets, they don't teach you about real food. And they get caught up in this realm of counting calories or counting points and these kind of gimmicky programs. And they work, but only temporarily. Because when you stay on these kind of calorie restriction programs, you get tired, you get hungry, you get fatigued, you lose weight, but you also lose muscle mass, you lose bone mass, and you feel terrible. So when you learn to eat real food, you can actually, you don't have to restrict calories. And when you can eat in a way that real food has lots of high nutrients, so it feeds our muscles, it feeds our bones, doesn't feed the fat cells. And so we can lose weight, feel well when we eat real food. It minimizes our sugar cravings and our processed food cravings. And those are the two culprits why most people gain weight.
So maybe it's not as much about taking a diet approach or cutting one thing out of your life. It's finding an eating philosophy that works for you and your body, and remembering fluids too.
Yeah, it always comes back to real food, always. And when I work with people, I really educate them and teach them about what real food really is. So there's a lot of myths out there, a lot of foods that people think are real food, but they're really not, like breakfast cereals, all low-fat products. I get people away from them. When you eat low-fat products, low-fat yogurt, low-fat milk, when you take the fat out, you take the flavor out. So companies put sugar in and artificial flavors
and chemicals,
and the problems just kind of continue with they're just eating poor quality foods.
So today we're going to give people 3 items that they should avoid at all costs when they're eating, and then later in the show we're going to give everybody 3 foods they should start eating to improve their diet. So let's start with the foods you should avoid. We have some oils here.
Yeah, so we really want to avoid poor quality fats. And unfortunately, most processed foods that come in boxes, cans, bottles, are made with very poor quality fats. And there's 4 in particular that I can pinpoint. And for those of you at home, at the next commercial break, go into your refrigerator, go into your kitchen closets, and I guarantee you're going to see these 4 fats in almost all of your box packaged foods. And those 4 fats, and the way you can remember them, is 3 C's and 1 S.
CCCS.
3 C's, 1 S. So corn, cottonseed, canola, and soybean oil. Those are industrially processed fats. The food industry loves them because they can put them in all these, all their foods, and it preserves them. And they're very cheap oils to use, but they're devastating to our health. And I call them the quadruple bypass, these 4.
That's a good way to remember it.
It's a good way to remember it because 2 reasons. Number 1, you want to bypass them when you see them, and they're also associated with heart disease.
The next one, speaking of things that you should bypass, sugar.
Yeah, sugar, most people know that. Sugar, you know, too much sugar in our bloodstream, when we eat too much sugar, the body will convert that into fat, and that's really the root cause of weight gain.
And we're running out of time, but we have one more food for now. It's refined grains we want to avoid.
Refined grains, very similar to sugar. The refined grains, all their nutrients are stripped out, and they act very much like sugar in the body. And we eat too many of them, the body converts it to fat in our body. So we want to move away from sugar and refined
grains. We want to get to the whole grains, but that's a conversation for a little bit later in the show. Craig, thanks so much for stopping by, but stick around.